Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the Porsche series on Project Cars 2. This is race 4 from Rouen Essarts, round 5. Let's take you through the grid for this last race then. Here we go, so onto our drone camera for the grid. It is Essarts on pole position, even though it's put his car a bit out of place, but oh well. Stevie in second, Bidster is third, then it's TY in fourth, Pash is fifth, NRP is 6th, Neil 7th, Video's 8th, 9th is Blake, and 10th is Bradders. So let's get on with the race then. Here we go from Rouen Essarts. Last time, away we go. Let's hope we get a cleaner race this time as we all get away down towards the first corner now. Can we do this properly this time? Through the first corner. I think we've done it. Let's have a look further back. Yes, we've done the first corner cleanly. Now wait for it. It'll all happen at turn 2. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we're all behaving so far, guys. Not too bad. As we go down the hill towards the hairpin, this is where it could all kick off. Stevie's in first. Stevie's into the hairpin first, and he... Oh, sorry, Essarts is, but it's put him out of position. It's put him, like, saying he's 10th, but he's actually in the lead. So it's Essarts in the lead, and Stevie, Bidster, and everyone else through the first few corners cleanly. That's what we want. As we go down to the, or should I say up, because it's uphill in this section, up to the complex section, through the left, and then up to the narrow section up here, into the left-hander, start going up the hill, get the traction out the corner. There's Pash in 4th place, or in 5th place should I say, because it's Essarts in the lead. So there is a glitch with the timing screen. Essarts is in the lead, but it says he's 10th. So 10th is actually in the lead. So it's Essarts, Stevie, Bidster, TY, Pash in 5th, as we go up the straight, drafting each other down towards the 90-degree hairpin. Essarts is in the lead of the race. Straight down. It's because it's doing that because it put his car out of position at the start of the race, so it didn't register properly. But he is in the lead. Essarts leads the race. Then it's Stevie Bidster. So the timing screen's gone way haywire here. Further back, we've got Blake and NRP close together. But a nice, clean opening lap for everyone here. This is what we wanted after the chaos of race 3. There's Bradders, he's holding video off for 9th and 10th. And now it's put Essarts where he's supposed to be as Stevie loses control of the car big time. And has he got it? No, he's in the wall again. He's not recovered yet. He's still on the grass, and he's staying on the grass out of the way because he's quite slow. So sensible stuff from Stevie. He's proven a very good lawnmower there, as there we go, Porsche make the most expensive lawnmower in the world, and he rejoins the track just in front of NRP, but back down to 7th place from 2nd. So not good for Stevie as we go into the hairpin. Blake looks like you're a bit slow at the corner there. As we look back to Bradders and Video. Bradders ahead of Video in 9th and 10th for Vid. At the corner, Bradders gets a bit of the grass, so that will not help traction as they go up the hill. As Video is trying to have a look, but again the track's too narrow to try and find a way through just yet. So Essarts now registered as in the lead, and Bidster in 2nd. TY is 3rd, so a much better race for TY in this one so far. Then it's Pash, Neil. Then further back we've got Blake and Stevie close together. Blake and Stevie close together. This is going to spell disaster. It usually does. Blakeney then tries to defend from Stevie. Stevie can't find a way through. Trying to go around the outside here. Trying to carry his speed around the outside. Seeing what he can do. They're alongside each other. Now the track widens out. Down to the 90-degree right at the end. We've got the cobblestones approaching as well. So less grip. Breaking into the corner, and Stevie outbrakes him on the outside. Brilliant move there from Stevie as he goes round the outside of Blake. Blake tries to cut back on the power as we got NRP off into the tyres. NRP off into the tyre wall, so not good for NRP. Just outbrakes himself, and there goes Bradders through in front of Video. So good clean opening 2 laps. Just NRP that's had a bit of an off, and Stevie then. He's under attack from Blakeney now. Blakeney right on the back of him. Remember, Blakeney had very good pace in the first race with these cars in race 3. So watch out for Blake here. He could have some good pace in this one as well. As Stevie goes off the track again, he loves cutting that grass. Does Stevie? as we go down the hill. Blake following suit as we look into the lead. Bidster's gone up the inside of Cyric's gone off. Cyrix has gone off. He's round here somewhere. He's trying to get on his car. He's gone off at the hairpin. Cyrix makes a mistake. We'll get a replay on that. Okay, here's the replay. What happened to Cyrix? The breaks into the corner and just loses the rear end and then spins round on the entrance to the corner. Lets the car roll backwards so he stays out of the way. And then he's just waiting there to recover. You can see all the other cars coming through here. So waits for Stevie and has to wait for Blake. And then rejoins safely in 7th place. So as you come back from that, Cyrix in 7th place then. So back down to 7th after that error for Cyrix. And Bidster takes the lead of the race. TY in 2nd, Blake and Cyrix both hitting the grass there. But no way through for Cyrix, even though they both did it. And Cyrix carried more speed. The narrow nature of this Rouen SR track not allowing for any overtaking opportunities. It's very hard to overtake here. You've got to really work it up. You've got to get a good run out of a corner like he's done there. Blakeney makes a mistake and Cyrix gets a killer run and goes straight through. It's like you could hear what I was saying. As we go down the straight, Cyrix pulls ahead of Blake, and Blake now with the draft. Can he fight back towards the next corner? Quick look ahead to Stevie and Neil. Neil and Stevie together as well as Cyrix and Blakeney. Plenty to watch here in this 4th race. Stevie to the inside of Neil Farmack into the braking zone. Close as they go into the braking zone and Stevie gets ahead. Has he made the braking zone though? Runs a bit wide. Blakeney's through on Cyrix. Blakeney takes the place back from Cyrix. As meanwhile further up ahead, Neil is still ahead of Stevie. So Neil is ahead of Stevie. Stevie couldn't quite make it stick and goes back down to 5th as Blakeney under attack from Cyrix, still nose to tail down the straight. Pash and TY are closing together as well. TY's closed up to the back of Pash. Team Donington 1-2 could become a Team Donington 1-3 if Pash isn't careful here. Down the hill through the fast left right. It's a very hard section of track. One mistake could leave you tumbling up the hill. Literally. There's Neil Farmack. He's closed up on these two because the battling in front is ditching Stevie and he's trying to catch these two up. Blake and Cyrix has gone off. Cyrix has made another mistake, so not a good race for Cyrix so far. Back to Pash and TY, and Pash holds off TY. So Pash doing a good job here to hold off the relentless attack of TY. So TY part of Team Neil. Neil and TY are teammates. Neil's in 4th, so let's see if he can catch his teammate up and give him a hand, and he is doing. Neil's catching them both up. Meanwhile at the back we've got Video who's just past Bradders. I think Bradders has just been off at the hairpin, so just recovering there for Bradders. Unlucky for him, back down to 10th place. And up the hill, Pash gets a good run and TY's being caught by his teammate. But Neil goes onto the grass there and narrowly misses the wall. Very close shave there for Neil Farmack, but gets going. And down the straight we go. Everyone trying to draft each other down the straight, picking up speed towards 160 miles an hour, 170 miles an hour towards the end when we brake for the 90-degree right-hander. It's got cobbles on it as well, so you brake here on the tarmac, you'll see it switches over to the cobbles. Pointed this out in race 1 and 2 as TY goes onto the cobbles, loses control, and the two teammates hit each other. Neil goes on 2 wheels. Stevie says, "Thank you very much, old chums, I'll take that." But the teammates hit each other. Neil gets going and TY's got to wait for a gap in the traffic, and there we go. That's why resetting is dangerous and not resetting is fine, because I know it's taking a bit longer for him, but at least it's safe. He's off the track, people can go through without being caused any more contact, and TY right back down to 10th place. Down the hill with Stevie, he's been promoted up to 3rd place now after the two teammates take each other out. And Stevie, how did he hold that? It's like he just locked up the whole rear axle. It's like he had a handbrake in that thing and then he just held on to it. Incredible show of car control there by Stevie. I don't know whether that was more luck than judgment, but still, hats off to him for recovering it, and probably a hats off, but several layers of underpants on, because yes, he'll have made a mess. As Bidster goes up the hill, he's 6 seconds ahead of Pash's teammate. Bidster getting used to this car now, loving this car. He's out front, 154 last time round for Bidster, so he's doing well here with the pace. And Pash is doing good as well, because he's done a 56.1 for Pash. So Pash actually faster than his teammate at the minute. So Pash really good here. Oh, sorry, 56.1, not 54.1. Sorry, My eyes aren't working. There we go, 56.1. That's it. So 54.5 for Bidster. So Bidster a lot faster, sorry, than Pash. 56.1. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Just my eyes playing tricks on me. His video's off. Video's off. He's off the track. Was that assisted or was that on his own? I think that was on his own. But just to clarify, we'll get a replay. Okay, just before we look at what happened to video, here's something quickly that happened to Essarts. He just made a mistake out the corner, and round he goes, spin, 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 and then as the other cars come, see, it resets, and that's how dangerous it is, because if NRP had kept online there, that could have almost hit him. And now we'll stay with this replay, and we'll watch what happened to video up at the top of this hill here, because something happened to him. So up the hill, and yeah, there's no one around him, he just catches the curb, hits the banking, and round he goes. So similar to what happened to Essarts, just made a mistake and round it goes, waits for Brothers to come through and then spins it round and rejoins. So as we come back from that, NRP having a bit of a better race this time round after all the incidents of the last few races. Now, I don't think he was very happy with a lot of those incidents, but things are getting stricter in LPB racing. I'm not standing for any of that nonsense with all these incidents. We've got to try and tone it back a bit. We've got to try and stop everyone from going at it straight away. It's a long race. You know, there's 8 laps to this race, not 1. So, but people will learn in time, and they'll learn with the amount of penalties that they'll receive if they're not careful. It's not me trying to spoil the racing. It's just me trying to make better racing, because obviously crashes are not racing. So there's nothing fun about a crash, really, in my opinion. I mean, yes, some of them are funny, yeah, I will give you that. Some of them are hilarious if the driver walks away okay, but in sim racing we need to try and avoid it at all costs, because it does cause frustration. But I know it is a part of motorsport. It does happen, as NRP ends up grass cutting. I don't think he's a fan of this car and track combination. Hopefully he'll have better luck next time at Nürburgring. We are at Nürburgring GP next time in the Porsche 911 GT3 RSR, so should be a good car, that, the GT3 car. Yes, it's a non-DLC, but we have to. We'll have used all the DLC by the end of the season, so we've had to put some in place. So Essarts is further up the road. He's trying to catch up to Blake here. Let's have a look at the lap times here. Bidster on a 55.8. Then we've got Pash on a 56.9. 56.3 for Stevie. So Stevie going faster than Pash, and Neil going faster than Stevie. So Neil in the 55.8, so he's on the same times as Bidster. So Neil on the move, trying to see if he can catch Stevie up. You can definitely see him, and he's in the draft, so he is catching him. You can visually see it into the braking zone. And Stevie gets into the corner well, onto the cobbles, got to get the traction out the corner. Both drivers executing that well, and they're both catching up to Pash. So Pash is going to try and find some more pace here, otherwise he'll risk falling into the hands of Stevie and Neil. As they go across the line, these are the 2 closest cars on track. Just have a quick look at Essarts and Blake. They're not quite close enough yet, but Neil and Stevie close on track as we start lap 7, the penultimate lap of the race already. See, this is what happens when you get an entertaining race. It flies by as we go down the hill. Dabbing the brakes, chuck the car into the corner, 150-mile-an-hour apex speed, incredible speeds down the hill. Down to the bottom where the hairpin is, got to brake hard while turning. So got a really hard braking zone. Turn while braking, the back end just wants to squirm, the front end just doesn't want to stop. But they both get the car turned in, and you can see they're visually catching Pash. There's Pash just ahead, and there's Stevie and Neil behind. So, yeah, definitely being caught here, Pash. And he's got to try and see what he can do about this. See if he can extract any more time from this car. His teammate well and truly up ahead of the field. 55.3 and Neil a 55.1. So Neil's still pushing. Little mistake there for Neil as he exits the corner. But still, it could have been a lot worse. Just catching the curb. Obviously, you can see the curbs on this track are raised, and I'll show you this now. Oh, Stevie goes off. I'll not show you this now because Stevie's gone off on the straight and hits the hay bales and goes off. That was a very strange incident, that, but I think he just caught the curb and then went off. But Stevie not being best friends with this track so far and going off more than keeping on the track, but recovers and gets on his way again. But Blakeney's got the run. He's got a good run here, but Stevie's just about getting up to speed now. Essarts tried to catch Blake as well. So now Neil is left free to chase down Pash. We go down towards the line to start the last lap, and Bidster's about to start his last lap. Bidster is on his last lap now. 58.1 last time round, probably just taking it a bit more easy, just trying not to make too many mistakes as he does that. I think he's trying to push on this last lap for the fastest lap of the race, probably, as he flies down the hill. And Neil flies through the first corner trying to catch Pash. Blakeney and Essarts close together now because Essarts is catching him. Let's have a look. Lap times 56.7 for Blake and a 55.1 for Essarts. It's almost fastest lap territory. I think TY's gone into fastest lap territory, 54.8, but unfortunately he's at the wrong end of the field to be challenging for the good points. As Blake goes through there, Essarts catching him up down the hill. Into the hairpin, brake, turn, brake again. Get the car stopped, first gear hairpin, about 20 miles an hour, and then exit the corner, get the power on. Essarts is right behind him now. Pressure on this last lap for Blake. Up the hill, you can't hardly see Essarts behind him because he's that close. Practically pushing Blakeney up the hill, saying, come on, there's another gear in there somewhere, get on with it. As we go into the complex, into the left. Get the power on up the hill, very important traction zone. Essarts gets very good traction, you can see he's straightened out the car. Got the car really well turned in there and on the power. And out of the top of the hill, drafting time. Just watching Bidster, don't want to miss him crossing the line. As we look at Essarts and Blake then, through the fast right-hander. Essarts in the tow. Last chance to overtake this 90-degree right, probably. Where's Bidster? He's not at the line yet. We'll quickly watch Blake and Essarts go down to here. Down to the 90-degree right. Into the corner. Essarts trying to go around the outside. Blakeney keep it on the inside. Essarts trying to go around the outside of him on the power and hits the grass and can't quite do it. Bidster's won the race. I didn't want to miss that battle there, but Bidster's won the race. Well done to Bidster. Pash in second. Neil in third. He got close, but not close enough. Stevie's going to be in fourth, and Blake is going to hold off Essarts just about because they are drafting down the straight. Essarts trying to close up, but Blakeney holds on to it from Essarts. So Blakeney from Essarts, then it's going to be NRP in seventh. A much cleaner race this time for NRP, and avoided disaster of getting involved in other people's incidents. So good job by NRP. Hopefully better luck next time at Nürburgring. But 7th place for NRP. Bradders is going to be in 9th. Well-deserved 9th place for Bradders. TY an unlucky 10th. An unlucky 9th, sorry. An unlucky 9th place for TY. Bradders 8th, TY 9th. And Video coming out the last corner now. A disastrous race for Video in this one. Not a good race for him. And he's going to be in 10th. So we'll just get those results and the points confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results then. So it is Bidster who wins from Pash in second, then it's Neil in third, Stevie in fourth, Blakeney fifth, and then Essarts actually slots in sixth, because I know it says he's first, but that was a glitch in the game timing screen. So it's Essarts in sixth, then it's NRP in seventh, Bradders eighth, TY ninth, and Video rounds off the 10 runners. And now guys, we move on to the total points after round 5. So it is Bidster on 404 points in the lead of the championship, with Stevie in second on 311. That's a big gap there. Third is Neil Farmack on 296. Then it's Pash on 279. Then it's 253 for Video. 227 for Blake, ahead of his teammate NRP in 7th on 184. Then it's 148 for Essarts and 144 for Bradders. They're quite close. Callum on 95, TY 67 and VMX 37. And then team-wise, it is Team Donington on 683 from Too Fast One Furious on 455. 451 for Team Neil Tyrex, as they call it. So 451 points for them. 411 for Team Silverstone. And then it's Blue Street Racing on 348. So as we come back from all that then, it is Bidster who wins that race. Well done to Bidster. He leads the championship and he wins the race. Well done to him. So we'll see you guys next time for round 6 of this championship, which will be at Nürburgring GP in the Porsche 911 RSR GT3 car. We'll see you for that, guys. Take care.